You're listening to Headspin by Aslan's Place, bite-sized episodes where Dr. Paul L. Cox and Jeff Stow help you understand biblical concepts that may seem confusing but can be understood with the proper foundation.
Today we are going to talk about the word curse, and it seems like it would be very simple to wrap your head around, but it turns out it's very complicated. So open the word curse up for us.
Well, I grew up like probably many of you did, where a curse was something that happened against us, and it resulted in something bad happening. And then we would base everything that we believed on the word curse as Christians on that concept, especially when the word curse is translated in the Bible. I read an interesting study where this individual studied actually the four words that are translated in the Hebrew Bible into curse and found out that only one of them actually is a curse. So the word curse has to be an imprecation. That means where someone actually curses you, where they use the words, I curse you. And of course, this is tied to witchcraft. The difficulty is that when we read the Bible and we see the word curse, often it is not an imprecation, it is mistranslated. You can go to Deuteronomy 28:15. It shall come to pass if you do not obey the voice of the Lord your God to observe carefully all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you today, that all these curses will fall upon you. Well, that's actually not a word curse. In Hebrew, it's Q-U-A-L-E-T, and it means misfortune, disaster, or harm. It is not an imprecation or a curse that someone has spoken to you. There's another verse that has always been given to me as an indication that a curse cannot come against you, and that's Proverbs 26:1. As snow in summer and rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool, like a fleeting sparrow, like a flying swallow, so a curse without cause cannot alight. And people say to me, well, that proves that curses cannot come down to me either in my lifetime or from the generational line. But the reality is that word is not an imprecation. It actually means in the Hebrew dishonor, which fits the context. As snow in summer and rain in harvest, so honor is not fitting for a fool, like a fleeting sparrow, like a flying swallow. So dishonor, mistranslated curse, without cause shall not alight.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, you're telling me that on Sunday morning, I could finish reading my Bible, be on my way driving to church service, and be cursed by someone.
Okay, let me do a little parentheses here. Yes, if there is a generational right in your line to receive such a curse. So the right has to be there legally. And this is all about law in the heavenly places and the dimensions.
How common is it for someone to have a right in their family line that they would be cursed?
Extremely common.
Okay.
More likely and dislikely.
Paul, thank you so much for your time today. There's going to be some further links on curses, on witchcraft, on blessings down below. Feel free to check those out, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Headspin. Thanks again, Paul.
Thanks, Jeff.
Headspin is hosted by Jeff Stow and produced by Aslan's Place Ministry. For more information on Aslan's Place, visit aslansplace.com.